Alright guys, so today I'm going to be talking about Nadia and my personal opinions or things about her that I would just like to say. I know a lot of people may not like this video because they don't like taking sides. They like taking things, you know, a lot broader or neutral approach because they don't want to accuse people or doing anything to make them pick sides. You know, it shouldn't be, you know, I should pick this side or that side. It should just be genuine community where we should all be grinding together, having fun, and making content together instead of picking sides and fighting with each other. And this whole situation too, I will say that I am making a video on this situation being that it is relevant. So I'd rather make a situation based on Nadia being that everyone's talking about her right now, and either not make a video about her later when she's not really as important anymore, or just keep continuing the content over and over about things you already know. I'd rather make content on things that you guys really want to hear, and a lot of people have been wanting to hear my opinions on Nadia, or they just want to hear more of this person themselves instead of hearing how to get better at the game or best class setups because the game has gotten so stale. So I do want to make a video on that, being that it is relevant. It's not just like, oh, I need views or things like that. Yeah, that is true, but at the same time it's because the situation is relevant too as well. And I don't just want to keep beating you the same content over and over and over. They're like, okay, Seal, we don't care, higher dead zone, linear, we got that, it's okay. So I want to talk about that. I have talked in the past about the whole Call of Shame channel right over here. Call of Shame is valid. Yeah, I don't agree with a lot of things Call of Shame says, but I do agree with a lot of things they say too. I like their intentions behind it, or their purpose. They're really mad at people who are, or what they believe is cheating in Warzone. And if I was, you know, being a content creator, grinding so hard, trying to get so many kills, and I see that all these streamers look super suspicious and they're using things like VPNs, or if they're using aimbot or walls or something, I'm gonna get very mad because I work so hard each and every day to be just like these people, and in the end I flop and I'm not as good at them because they are using other things to get an advantage that I have no idea about. And it is against the terms of service for playing the game of Call of Duty Warzone. So no, I don't think all these streamers that Call of Shame is accusing of are cheating. Maybe like, you know, 90%, 95% are not cheating. They're just giving a bunch of sus moments that can occur. But with the whole Nadia situation or other situations, I believe there are a lot of cheaters in Warzone. There are a lot of cheaters, whether they're mainstream cheaters or they're just under the radar. There's even cheaters like what was it, like a really top Vanguard player was exposed using walls, and if he's a top Vanguard player, either making a lot of money or earning a lot of reputation in the community, and he's cheating in the game, it's just like, wow, if one of the best players gets caught cheating, then who else can be caught cheating?
Damn, that kid, cutie. Yo, credit. Damn, why does my game always crashes?
So yeah, that's just the whole thing about cheaters in this game in general. I do think there's some cheaters. It's very hard for me to accuse somebody of cheating because just from a sus gameplay or anything, it could be taken out of context. Maybe there is a glitch in the system, or I've had things in my stream, right, where accidentally the game would glitch and I would be able to see through walls because the game wasn't loaded in properly because this game is poorly optimized. So yeah, there's times like that where it does happen, and that makes me very hard. Even if they're like, oh, this person can see through the wall, they have walls, it makes it really hard for me to accuse somebody like that because there are glitches in the system. There's accidents that happen, and there are a lot of coincidences that just, oh, they happen at the right time, or they hit a really suspicious clip. So I understand that, but also at the same time, really looking at the whole streamer's way that they approach the situation or other things like that, or even if they have too much sus moments, I feel like that is when we can kind of draw the line of like being too accidental to the point where they're not cheating to them actually being able to cheat in the game. There's like a line where like, okay, this is way too suspicious, this is way too coincidental, and I really think that this person needs to be looked at if they're cheating or not. And the whole Nadia situation, I've looked at a bunch of things, watched her streams a few times, watched a bunch of people, you know, they really think she's cheating. There's not really people defending her that she's not cheating. I watched a few videos on that, but for the most part they didn't have any evidence. They're just like, oh, you know, you guys are just hating that she's a female streamer who's trying to make it, has an 8KD. And I can say from right now that 8KD thing is definitely not accurate, because me myself, I have a 3.5 KD. And when I watch Nadia's gameplay, she's doing a lot of things that don't line up with what good players do. As far as the centering aspect, you know, all these good players aiming chest high, aiming towards the head, you know, and then every single person's calling her out for aiming at the lower torso. And her movement is not even the best in the world, you know. She doesn't have that great of a movement, but her aim is really good. It's really good aim. So if you're missing aspects of your game and don't play the game towards like the core fundamentals, and on top of that you are saying that you have an 8 KD and that you're the best female Warzone player while you're not following those fundamentals, it's just really hard for me to believe, especially as you know, a Warzone coach, a person who helps you get better. Each and every day I am playing for hours and hours, grinding on this game, providing the best content to help you guys get better, to teach you the main fundamentals, and to see somebody not really do it to the full potential and then have like triple my KD is really hard to believe that that person is actually not cheating. And on top of that too, like, you know, I mean, hey, things can happen. She could just get really body lobbies, or people are just, you know, the whole VPN situation, it's just not like valid to accuse someone of. If someone's VPNing, the entire community is like, who cares, you know, who cares if they're VPNing? Everyone VPNs. Every streamer VPN, so that's why it doesn't matter, because VPN is not cheating. The only cheating is like aimbot and stuff like that. So that's why, like, even if Nadia is accused for VPNing, 90% of the community does not care. Only the 10% or the Call of Shame fans care if she does use VPN or not. But I think it's a little bit more than that. I personally do. Because even people who do use VPN, she still has a way higher KD or performs way higher than those other people, even though she's aiming at the lower torso. Her movement is not good. Her centering and even her thought process is not even that great at the game for her to be doing all these things. On top of that, you know, regardless of the whole aimbot or whatever people were saying that she's doing, her personality or the way she presents things is like really cocky. And I mean, yeah, I understand that you can have a really good ego. Egos are good, you know. I like people who have egos, because if you have egos, you have respect for yourself. When everybody else is trying to tear you down and saying that you're worthless, you know in yourself that you are better and that you can succeed over the other people. So egos are great. But the fact that people are all accusing you of cheating and the only type of response that you have for yourself is, oh, I'm just better than you, I am 1,000 times better than you, because I'm the best female streamer, you're hating, you're garbage, I'm better, and stay mad because I'm not cheating. It's like, I just feel like that's not the way to talk to your audience, you know, especially if you're blowing up out of nowhere, right? She could have been relevant for a very long time, but for me, she blew up out of nowhere. I had no idea who she was. And for you to get all these people watching you at once, these are potential fans and potential viewers that can help support you. So for you to go out and tell all your viewers or potential people who can subscribe to your channel or gift you subs and do all these things for you to tell all those potential people that they're garbage, they don't know what they're talking about, and that they're just dumb because you're not cheating. Even if you're not cheating, or even if you're not doing all those things, you're still painting that picture of, you know, you being super hostile towards them, and they're not gonna want to follow you, being that you're so egotistical towards those people. So again, like egos are great. Yeah, you should have respect for yourself. You're gonna have so many people who oppose you, so you gotta have that confidence to keep going at them, keep going against them. But the way that she presented it is just like, it's just like, so I'm better than you. And I just feel like that, on top of that, just makes her look even bad. Again, if she's cheating or not, it just makes her look even worse. On top of that, you know, there's a lot of people that I don't think are cheating. I don't think what's it called, Diaz Biffle's cheating. Z-Laner, I barely watch Z-Laner. I don't think Joewo's cheating at all. Aiden, I don't think is cheating, even though there's a lot of such things. There's a lot of people I really don't think's cheating in these channels, but over and over and over, people are talking about Nadia. As you can see, it's given them so many views. Lucky Champ only has 45k. Nadia has 220k. You know, in the Call of Shame channel, because I think people are actually like this is more of an obvious person who's making a lot of the same mistakes. They're making a lot of the mistakes where they're either aiming at the lower torso a lot of times, their movement is not as great, or they're just doing a lot of things that can expose themselves compared to these other people. Biffle can have all these things behind his belt to where he won a lot of tournaments, he's played in a lot of LAN tournaments, he's done so many things to prove that he is not a cheater. Aiden's been so good at like every game he touched, you know. He popped off and blew up off Fortnite, then came to Warzone, and he can easily, you know, dog on anybody, winning wagers, even 2v2 wagers, where if people accuse him of VPN, it doesn't matter because they're in the same game and he's still doubling their kills and taking their money. And Joewo, I don't think is cheating because, you know, he played on a LAN tournament and he did bad. Oh, but he can be cheating on his PC. Well, I mean, if he's playing public matches at home and he's versing easier people, I expect him to pop off and do flashy movement. But when he goes against pros, it's not that easy to do. Yes, he can still do very well in tournaments, but it is not as easy as if he's going at home because he's versing random people who do not play the game 24/7. And then, you know, all those people have everything under their belt, and Nadia is a lot more suspicious because she came out of nowhere telling people she's garbage, and then she's not even doing those core fundamentals that each one of these people have been experienced with and been playing with since, you know, the very beginning of this game or even other games in the past. So yeah, that is my really whole thing about Nadia. I do think, yeah, I'm more inclined to say that she is cheating in Warzone. I really feel that way. I could be wrong, you know. She could be not cheating at all. She could be very legit. This could just be, you know, a whole bunch of things or people that are painting a bad picture on this person, and she can just, you know, have so many things just going down for her as far as her reputation. But I do think that the majority of the things presented to me, the majority of people saying to me that she's cheating and all this stuff, I do think that it is a lot more likely that this person is a cheater, and I do not see enough evidence for them to be totally innocent, in my eyes at least. So that is my opinion on Nadia. I do think she's more likely to be a cheater, and yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about this situation.